Traders, what's going on? It's Relentless here, and welcome back to another monthly recap. I'm not sure if I'm going to have an intro, so I'll do that statement there just in case. But here we are. Here's the month of June 2021. To start off, right, the month had, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 21 days. 21 days, and we were at 6 out of the 21 days. That's pretty solid. Pretty decent, right? Not bad. This last red day, though, let's say these two, the 28th and the 30th, were the most disappointing, right? As you guys know from this recent momentum we've been having. But overall, a pretty solid month. Our biggest green day of the month is going to be $2,245.20. Our biggest red day is going to be 261.53. So, not bad when we compare it in that aspect. We're green 66% of the times for the month and red 33% of the times. And so that's not bad. Overall, it was a pretty solid month. We started off really strong. Thursday, Friday, the 3rd and the 4th, really good sized green days, but then slowing down a little bit into that next week before finally picking up on Wednesday. So overall, things could have definitely been better. There's just a lot of opportunities that was there that I wasn't able to capitalize on or that I missed. For example, here on the 10th and the 11th, you can see $40 days. Definitely green is good, but definitely not where I want to be in terms of P&L to end the day, right? So everything else is definitely all right, though, but there's work to be done in terms of reducing the red days, right, the losses, or at least having these days be green, small green. It's definitely pretty good. But let's head into the details. So here we go. $6,417.38 on the month. We averaged out at 305 per day. Now this is kind of interesting because with about I would say at the end of week 3, we were actually averaging 500 a day because of course of the two bigger green days that we had, but it was going down and going down. Those red days didn't help. The smaller green days also didn't help there with that, but 305 a day will definitely help to keep the 9 to 5 away. So I'm not going to complain there. Going to just look to be better, right? Average losing trade, $26. Average winning trade, $46. So we do have that 2-to-1 ratio in effect here, which is exactly what I want. 2-to-1 or higher, right, or better, which is always good. The only thing, man, the accuracy, this is one of those metrics that I've been kind of looking into as we go here, and the accuracy, man, I can never really get to wrap my mind around it. What I usually try and do is focus on the small stuff, right? All right, if I can be slightly better, if I can improve with my precision on a trade-to-trade basis, right? Not over trade, do all those different things that we would usually try and do right, my accuracy would improve. But it's not quite improving in the way I want it to, right? So this is something I'll definitely have to dig more deep into, right? Do a bit of a deep dive and really try and figure out why is it that I'm not as accurate as I could be overall, right? And so 48 to 51% in terms of winning and losing trades. Scratch trades at 0.7. Max consecutive wins will be 10. Max consecutive losses will be 7. Our largest gain was $493. Our largest loss, which I believe was on our first red day of the month, right? If we go to details or reports view, let's go to reports view. That loss came on this Monday here on LEDS right here. Got in long with 1,000 shares. Boom, instantly down $400. So that was a little disappointing there. Battled back, ended down 261, but the loss is still definitely alive and showing as our largest loss as well. So 412, our largest gain, 493. I actually don't know where this one came, but that was a pretty good gain. And because my trades are splitting now, right? My trades are splitting. That's why we're going to see the average winning trade versus losing trade be a little bit lower. As you guys might remember, a couple months ago, I went into the settings and have the executions split for every trade, right? Every trade, the executions is split as opposed to an aggregate. So this is how the metrics are being recorded. So overall, not bad, right? Pretty solid stuff. Total gains 6,400. Average daily gain 305. Daily volume 3,000. Well, excuse me, 36,000 shares, which is actually not that not a lot, right? 36,000 shares is not a lot of volume. Even for me, I've traded with a lot more volume than that in the past, believe it or not. But 36,000 shares. Let's see, what else do we have here? Um, Hold time for winning trades versus losing trades. Winning trades less than a minute, less than a minute. Losing trades less than 10 seconds, which is not bad, right? If I'm getting in, I want to, and the trade is working well, I want to be holding it a little longer. But if it's going to be a losing trade, I want to be getting out of there quickly. Breakout or bailout is the strategy. So profit factor, we got 1.7. Trade P&L standard deviation, $63. Average trade gain, $9. Average per share gain, 2 cents. So moving on down. Mondays this year has not been good for me, man. I don't know what it is, but it'll change. It's going to change. I can guarantee you guys that. But Mondays haven't been super strong. 361 for Mondays on the month. Tuesdays, as we go, we get better. Tuesday, which actually has been pretty good, 693. Wednesdays, which is finally doing better. Wednesdays was the worst day for me last year for whatever strange reason. But Wednesdays I am stepping up. Thursdays have always been pretty average. But this month, for whatever reason, as the week went on, I did better, right? And Friday being the big boy day at 2,600. Now, performance by hour of day. This is the one thing I need to focus on right here. Pre-market between 8:30, and 9 o'clock, because I'm having a lot more smaller losing trades, whether it's like down 40, 50, 60. But I know exactly why. I need to be very careful about trading stocks that are not quite fitting in the criteria. I have a checklist that I go through in order before I trade a stock, and pre-market is no different. I need to go through that exact same checklist from high volume, low float, good setup, um, and everything else that comes along before I get into a trade. There must be good support, limited resistance, a good gap to fill, some sort of a pattern to initiate the trade. I've been doing a lot of entries where I've been getting in early to anticipate breakouts off from low volume, which is not part of the strategy, which is part of the reason why I'm red pre-market. So this here I definitely will work on. Also, the partial fills and that kind of a thing are always there as a barrier for share size. But there have been days where I've been up over 250 pre-market and literally gave it all back. So I gotta watch out for that as well. But I can definitely see myself doing about 4, 5, 600 pre-market for the next month as long as I approach it in the right way. And right now we're getting some good action. So 7 a.m. we got $98. 7 to like 8, 8 to 9 we're down, and between 9 and 10 we're doing really well. This is usually our strong spot. Between 9:33 and 9:45, 10 o'clock is where I'm usually doing my best. 9:50. Then after 10, 10:20, 10:30, so forth. 2,500 and things kind of slows down around 11 a.m. where I usually would shut it down, and so you can see the numbers slow down and then even go red around 3, right? So at 3 o'clock and then 2 o'clock we're slightly red. So not bad, pretty solid month. Not bad at all. Price and volume. As you guys know, stocks between $2 and $5, we're not seeing any sort of strong movements there. The more expensive stocks are the stocks that are kicking butt right now. So $5 to $10, 10 to 20, 20 to 40. I mean, it's been kind of crazy that I don't know why it is. It's so strange that we're not seeing actual penny stocks, 80 cents, 60 cents, 50 cents, go from that range to, let's say, 150, $2, 250, or a stock from 160, let's say, go to 320. That's not happening. It's just so weird why as to why $5 and up has been where the bulk of the momentum has been. But I love the price range below 5, so hopefully it does switch around and I can also get some trades in that area there. Performance by volume traded. Usually, let's see, is this volume traded by me or by the stock? I would say it has to be by, yeah, it has to be by me. And let's see, between 500 and 1,000 shares, I'm doing pretty decent. And between 2,000 and 4,000 shares, I'm doing pretty good as well. So that's not bad. Um, but as I continue to increase on share size, we'll see how it goes. Performance by stock. LEDS, the one that I did really well on at the beginning of the month, $2,300, just pretty solid there. TRCH, that I did pretty well on, and a lot of these stocks you guys will remember as they were our main stocks throughout the month, right? TRCH, which was going and going and going, AEMD, VTNR, CLSD, ALF, and a few more. BLIN, this one here has been so good. It's like I should have been green on it, but I had some issues over these last couple of days. So we had BLIN, ENTX, NTEC, AUVI, BBGI, and a few more for the losers. But overall, not bad. Not bad at all. And this right here is going to be a good testament to our 2-to-1 ratio. 2,300 versus 200, right? TRCH 859 versus 188. Then we have 520, 506, 434 versus 132, 79, 70, 60, 50. So the winners are much bigger than the losers, despite what anyone may think, right? I realize, well, it all depends, right? If everyone, for those who are watching the videos, I mean, you'll know what's up. The people who are kind of just watching the thumbnails maybe and not really watching the videos regularly will probably not fully, understand what's going on in terms of where I am. But things are looking good. So performance by volume on a particular stock. So stocks over 25 million shares, which is what we've been seeing regularly. I've been doing really well on it. Below that, I'm actually red, so that's interesting. But the more volume, the better, and that's what it's been the last couple of weeks and months, ever since actually last summer. So that's not bad at all. Market behavior, I don't really pay too much attention to this. I feel like regardless of the overall market being strong or not, we still see. Let me not say that it does play a good role, because last summer, for example, the overall market was green when we were rebounding and we saw that excess volatility. So the overall market does play a part, but I think a lot more of it has to do with the individual companies. If a company comes out with really good news, more than likely we'll see a squeeze, or a breakout, right? So win-loss expectation. This is the metric that always hurts me the most when I see it. This metric here kills me every time, man. And I'm already not liking what I'm seeing, because I made on the month 15,500. Jeez Louise. This metric kills me every time, man. I think this is definitely the biggest month in terms of this metric here. $15,500 is what I made this month, and lost $9,152. Insane. I had no idea it was that high. So the amount of slippage that was involved this month. Now, I'm not sure how this metric is captured in terms of, let's say I was up 1,000, then I ended the day up 700, so that'll be 300 there. That'll be included in this column. I'm pretty sure that's how it's done, though. Days where I start red and have to go green, just sometimes churning. I'm green, then I'm red. Green, I'm going higher in the green, but I'm also green, then red, then green again, then red, then green again, then red, then green again, and so it all adds up to this amount, man. $9,000. This is why there's a lot of hope for this strategy. This right here is just so motivating, man. You gotta look at the silver lining. Yes, I lost $9,000, but the silver lining is telling me that, you know what, I'm net green on the month, 6,000, right? 6.5K. So imagine if I was even better. Imagine if I was better. This is just one alley, right? This is one alley of a bunch of things that I can improve upon, right? So those days where I'm starting red, or I'm giving back profits, or kind of churning in the P&Ls I'm going, I need to work on those amongst everything else that I need to work on. So can you guys imagine 3 years from now when I become 3 years better, right? 3 years worth of experience better than I am now today. It is gonna be a frenzy, man. But this is pretty incredible though. 15 grand. I had no idea I made that much money this month, but crazy, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Our drawdowns are not bad. As right now we're kind of recouping quickly. We definitely got to keep a good job with the drawdowns, because sometimes the drawdowns can be a big problem. But for now we're doing a pretty decent job with that. Liquidity. Okay, I don't have access to that metric. They want me to upgrade to gold. So let's look at win-loss by days. So on our 15, okay, I thought it was 16 to 6, but 15 winning days to 6 losing days. So still about a 3-1 right there. And this month my accuracy was pretty low, right? My accuracy, I'm not sure if it's because of the trades are splitting, the executions are splitting, but my accuracy was not as high on the winning days. Usually I'm around 55 to 60%. This time around I'm at 51%. So we're gonna do $7,446 on the green days, averaging about 496. So I'm telling you guys, man, the few red days that I had, and then those couple of green days where I didn't really get to perform, definitely held me back a little bit, man. Because had I been able to fully capitalize or maximize on most of these days, every single day could literally be $1,000 day, right? So there's just a lot of things to work on. Even when it comes to share size as well, there's a lot of things to be better at, and this is why the market is so beautiful. It's so promising. No matter how far we get, it still feels like there's so much more in the to the ceiling, right? I went from zero, well, let's say negative to zero, and then from zero where I am now, and it's like I'm looking up, and it's like, oh my goodness, there's just so much more to continue achieving and getting. And so I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to it. Every day is a learning process, a good experience. But even to the point where I'm at now, I still feel like I need to put in more work. It's like I spoke about time management not so long ago in a couple of the videos a couple of weeks back, but it's like I feel like I can still do a better job at managing time. So a lot of you will know that I do other business as well. I do other business outside of trading, but even with that, right, even trading and that, it's like I can still manage my time more efficiently, still put in more hours to review, study, rewatch more sessions in full, right? Rewatching the entire session from pre-market to end. It's 2 hours. You don't have to set aside 2 full hours every day. That's what I need to do, 2 to 3 hours to make sure I study up every single day to know what I can do better, man. Because this market is so beautiful in that way of just optimism, thinking positive, and knowing that there is a lot more potential than what we're seeing now, right? I mean, we see it in the community. There's people doing 20,000 a day, 40,000 a day. It's like winning a lottery every single day almost, right? And so that kind of a thing, it might seem really far, but as long as you start to get the hang of it, anything is possible, right? Day by day, step by step. Before you know it, I mean, a year ago I couldn't dream of having my green days average at 496, right? But now it's happening naturally, right? It's like with all the hard work I've been putting in, this kind of a thing is now happening more frequently. And so with more hard work, even more work than I've been doing now, right, to this point, if I can go even harder over the next couple of years, next couple of months, next couple of weeks, next couple of days, how much better can I be, right? So the market is just so good in that aspect, man. But $4,496 on average. Average per share gain is gonna be 3 cents. Average trade gain $13, and these are baby numbers to a lot of people, and so to a lot of you watching, it'll be pretty impressive. I think it's impressive. to some people watching me from who are in a different bracket, right? Let's say when it comes to just that experience, you know, it's like this guy, he's getting there, man, he's getting there. But it's just so crazy the different perspective that we all have, man. Because when I was now starting out 3 years ago, these are the numbers that I was dreaming of being able to do, and now it feels so normal. You know, I think that's the right word. Natural, normal. It's like when I show up, I'm expecting to be green. I'm expecting to do well. I'm expecting to end the day at 150, 200, whatever it might be. And if I have a red day, it must mean because something didn't go quite according to plan, right? It must not, a red day must, for me, must never mean I made terrible decisions and broke rules, right? And so with that, every day is usually a good day, man. Trading is um, pretty, you know, easy on the stress. It's not that stressful in terms of just the overall feel, you know. And so statistics, the only stressful month I can really say I had was since I came live was October, man. October was a different month, but anyhow, down 1,000 over the 6 red days. Um, so you know, it's not that bad. I would say down 171 a day on average, but definitely could have been lower. Could have done a better job on those days to reduce faster and take it easy. So that's always something. 38% accuracy, which is definitely not good. Average losing trade 34, average winning trade 33. So having that 1-to-1 and not getting to properly hold my winners to see those better moves. Largest gain 236, largest loss 412. And on the green days, right, the biggest win was about 500 versus 230. So there's that. But this, here you guys have it, man. This is the metrics. This is the metric here. Just pretty impressive stuff, man. What else did we miss? Did we miss anything? Let's see. Win-loss expectation, the equity curve we did go over. $6,000 a month. It's not bad, man. 2 hours a day. So yes, more money can be made, right? Of course, a lot more money can be made. But don't forget, this is just 2 hours a day. I'm still doing a bunch of other stuff with my day that a lot of you guys are not really aware of. And so, you know, it's not like I'm sitting here from 8 a.m. to 4, let's say 5 p.m., even to after hours. I'm doing this for majority of the times. I'm coming in here at like 8:50, taking 10 minutes to get the watch list together. And then from 8:50, I start to stream around 10, 15 minutes later. And then from there, you know, we trade for an hour or two. I'm done. It's usually a good day. It's always a good day, right? Red or green. And then from there, I move on with the rest of the day. So trading will allow us to buy back time in a lot of ways, man. So stay encouraged, stay positive, continue working. Know that it can be done. Year to date, we are now at 38,000. Well, no, that's overall. Year to date, let's see, not quite. Year to date, we're at $23,000 so far, right? So know that it can be done, man. It can be done. And this is exactly a 2-to-1 ratio, which is kind of crazy. So I got to find ways to even be better, man. How can I get to a 3-to-1 win-loss ratio, right? So I made 48,000 and lost 24. So how can I get to a 3-to-1, 4-to-1? There's people doing 6-to-1, right? They're having like one red day a month or every 3 months. So there's a lot of ways to be better, man. A lot of ways to be better. Stay encouraged. Know that it can be done. Most of us are going to start off red and are going to have to work our way up and become better traders, right? No one really starts off green. Even if you had some beginner luck, more than likely at some point you're going to lose a lot of that money trying to figure it out. So know that it can be done. It's July 2nd. So we're at the halfway mark. We're a little over the halfway mark. June would have been the halfway mark. So we're July 1st. We're up $23,000 so far for the year. Pretty solid stuff. 2 hours a day. Not bad, man. Not bad. Had I been working 10 hours a day trading, it would have been a little bit different, you know. But for 2 hours a day, or less than that even, right? Less than 2 hours a day, man. It's still been pretty impressive. So definitely glad about that. Can't complain. Gonna keep it going. Gonna keep looking forward to being better. We will see how it continues to go as the story unfolds. Being relentless, man. Being relentless. Uh, Looking forward to the next challenge, to the next obstacle, to the next barrier. There is no shying away. There is no turning my face. I'm looking this market in the eyes and I'm getting ready, man. I'm getting ready. I'm going to continue attacking, continue being aggressive, continue working on myself to be better as a trader and even outside of the trader lifestyle, right? But this is pretty good stuff, man. 2 hours a day, average daily gain at $205. Right now we're on track to do about 40K, and that's not including me actively improving and trying to be better day over day. And so the number might just be higher than that. Who knows? Anything can happen here in the market. And I'm looking forward to the good and the bad, right? I'm looking forward to taking those lessons on those bad days to figure out what it is that I can do better, so that if I'm in a similar situation, I can perform at a higher level. So with that being said, guys, it's been Relentless Trader. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Check out the chat room. That'll be the first link down below. I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. It's been RT, and I am, of course, signing out.